Deep inside these 6-foot-tall rows of okra is a guy wearing a long-sleeve shirt in 100-degree heat. And as he fills his basket and wipes his brow, Jeff Williams couldn't be happier.
There's nothing quite like putting a little seed in the ground and watching it grow and producing something that you can take home and feed your family with.
It's that feeling and the rewards that come with it that prompts Williams to wade into the hard labor and uncertainty that life and agriculture can bring.
Farming is more of the heart than it is anything else. You've got to want to do it because you're not going to get rich at it.
I've just always loved to garden.
A few fields away as she picks cucumbers, Lynn McDougall Fleming has a similar feeling.
It's not for everybody to get out here and sweat and get dirty and all that, but I don't know, I like it.
As they watch their seeds transform into crops, Williams and McDougall Fleming are going through a transformation themselves, from hobbyists into full-fledged farmers. They're both part of a program in Cabarrus County that trains new farmers.
Everybody came to this place not knowing very much about farming, wanted to learn. We take everybody at the stage where they come.
Farming's often a family tradition, but the folks tending the fields here in Cabarrus County are approaching agriculture from much different walks of life, most of which offered plenty of air conditioning.
Database administrator for a large bank in the area.
I'd been in sales before.
I'm a massage therapist. Really? So I try to wear gloves.
There are about a dozen or so farmers tending plots on this land, which is collectively called an incubator farm. Under the supervision of seasoned pros from Cabarrus County's Cooperative Extension Center, the new farmers plant the seeds and tend the fields, and even keep the profits from selling their produce. They're able to stay in the program for 3 years before they go out on their own.
Farmers that come here go through an intensive 9-week training course. They spend $100 a year for their 1/4 to 1/3 of an acre plot. They learn about all of the concepts related to beginning farming.
Everything from selecting seeds and tilling soil to paying taxes and buying insurance. There's even some driver's ed.
It's been kind of fun learning to drive the tractor.
In addition to the early season training courses, the farmers have bi-weekly meetings during growing season to talk about techniques and success strategies.
They may get some potatoes in there, but I don't see how you can expect the best yield.
The new farmers are also able to see firsthand what can happen when seeds aren't sown properly. In this case, the sweet potatoes are competing with grass and weeds because the seeds were planted in wet soil.
This was just worked too wet, and you see we just got these big chunks clods here that there's just no, it shut the air off in there.
A lesson that sinks in even deeper when it's compared to another sweet potato plot a few hundred feet away.
There's not been a hoe or a cultivator in there, and you see we don't have the grass.
This is what it should look like.
This is much less labor than over there.
Cabarrus County leaders decided to create the incubator farm not only to create jobs and keep farming viable, but also to address a rapidly expanding market.
Went from having 20 vendors at the Piedmont Farmers Market on a Saturday to having 45 vendors.
People are curious. Did you grow this? How did you grow this? You know, when was it picked? And the customer is getting more education as we go along.
As much as it seeks to get more people in the fields to address the here and now need for farmers, the Incubator Farm project also has an eye toward the future.
They'll be ready to pick soon.
That's where young people like 18-year-old Kevin Worth come in. He says his decision to grow cantaloupes and watermelons for a living turns the heads of his classmates.
They think it's kind of weird. They're not at all interested in it, so I guess I'm a rare breed.
The most recent agricultural census backs up his perception. The 2007 study found about 5,500 farmers between the ages of 18 and 34, compared to more than 19,000 above the age of 45 and more than 20,000 above age 55. Nearly 19,000 of North Carolina's farmers are 65 and older.
That's about all I got today.
Replacing those retiring farmers with young people like Kevin Worth is a major mission of the Incubator Farm.
Having access to food is just a critical thing, and being able to have good quality food is important for everyone, and so we have to help people that want to learn how to farm.
Most people overlook farming. They don't think of it as that big of a deal. They don't understand where their food comes from. And I think if you teach the younger people where their food comes from and how it's created, that they might understand and like it more.
The farm, which is a certified organic facility, is about 18 months old and has already drawn lots of interest from the community.
There are 78 people on our waiting list to get in, to have access to the land. And so there's a lot of excitement about what we're doing here.
Some of the new farmers here are looking for new full-time careers, while others just want to earn a little extra money. Regardless of their goals, all the farmers are in it to have a good time.
I work harder here. I am more tired. My fingernails are always dirty, but I always feel great. I always feel clean. I always feel accomplished. There's really two special parts. The joy that you get from watching it grow, and then of course when you harvest it and you see the development of what hard work you put in, but that's only half of it. The other half comes in when a person that you're either giving it to or a person that wants to buy it from you looks at it and says, I want that.
Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.